Something that is absolutely rewarding about the business of buying and selling helicopters is the wonderful clients that we have. And clients that we've actually had since almost day one is SkySkopes. Joining me from SkySkopes is Geoff. Geoff, what's happening?
How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good.
Good
Day
to see
3
you.
of the show.
Yep.
We're here. We're
winding
doing it.
down. Yep.
We're feeling good. SkySkopes has been an amazing client to Sellacopter. In fact, the helicopter 407 that you see behind us here, we actually picked this up from last year, or actually 2 years ago, from Guatemala. And then we actually picked up another GX about a year ago from Canada. We've sold some of their other aircraft. We absolutely love working with you guys. You guys do some really cool things, and I thought this would be a neat opportunity for you to kind of give our audience what you're using the helicopter for.
Sure.
Let's start off with this GSS camera here.
Yeah, so overall, first off, you're looking at our Bell 407 GX, which is our flagship utility inspection aircraft. On the front, we've got a GSS 516 gimbal. Really great tool for what we do, serving utility clients mostly, for purposes of inspection and patrol. On a day in, day out basis. What you see inside of it is it's got multiple sensor payloads. So we've got a video camera, we've got a 100 megapixel still camera inside of it. So there's a lot available at our fingertips to capture the data safely and pull people out of that wired environment and deliver meaningful data to our clients.
Yeah, I mean, it's super important. One of the most dangerous things about flying helicopters is wires. We have wire strike prevention kits on helicopters, but being able to have camera technology like this that elevates the aircraft above those wires dramatically increases safety. An amazing setup, an amazing camera. What are we looking at here on the bottom of the helicopter?
So what's unique about SkySkopes is that we have multiple platforms that we can collect data with simultaneously on one flight. So what you see on the belly is a Regal Vux 240 LiDAR sensor. It's equipped with similar camera as the gimbal, 100 megapixel phase 1, allows us to get LiDAR data as we're flying through these utility corridors. Really meaningful for clients to know what kind of vegetation encroachments they may have, anything that could impact conductors and wires in that corridor, and we're able to collect that in one flight along with the GSS data.
Yeah, and you know, one of the really cool things is I actually got to spend time with SkySkopes at their home base in Arizona about a year ago. And I actually got to see the package that comes together, essentially the data that they give to the client. And it all starts in the back of the helicopter with the operator. So Geoff, if you wouldn't mind just walking us through a little bit of what's going on here in the back, what is the operator seeing, and
Sure.
What is their responsibility?
Yeah, so when you're a sensor operator for SkySkopes, you're always in tandem with the pilot, constantly, looking out for things that may be in the way of that data collection, keeping everybody safe. But ultimately, if you're the sensor operator for SkySkopes, you're seeing the imagery come in, the video come in as you're flying it. You're seeing it as the client would see when they're looking at it at their desk remotely later. You're also getting a picture of the points that are coming back from that LiDAR sensor. You can see the wires, you can see the returns coming off the different conductors. So you're getting that first-hand view to kind of QA that data before it goes to the client.
So obviously this is utility driven.
Indeed.
Who are some of the clients that you guys are working with, and what is the scope of length of line and things like that you're inspecting?
Yeah, I would say we're working across the country with some major utilities like Duke Energy, Pacific Gas and Electric, SCE, Arizona Public Service. We're talking hundreds, if not thousands of miles on an annual basis that we're collecting data on in different ways to provide meaningful insights to folks' infrastructure to help them improve that reliability.
And as a client, what can they expect within the package that's delivered to them? Obviously, lots of complex data going into this. What does it look like on their end as the end user?
Yeah, really important question for us is a lot of folks don't really want to know how the cake is baked, they just want to see it on the table. So I would say what we're delivering is all these meaningful data points, but in a GIS environment or a geospatial environment, really user-friendly. Our goal is to get meaningful data to the end user, say the lineman, maybe the engineer, someone who can make educated decisions using our data to improve that health and reliability of their infrastructure.
One of the really cool things about SkySkopes is not just what they're doing here, but in this past year they actually acquired Laysan. If we just talk a little bit about Laysan.
Sure.
Laysan has been around for many years in the methane detection. Just give us a quick rundown on what the ALPIS unit does and how that's going to incorporate not just to the SkySkopes but the continued Laysan mission.
Yeah, I would say match made in heaven between these two companies. We're both very much utility focused, both on the electric side as well as the gas space. The Laysan sensor, or ALPIS, is an airborne LiDAR system that basically uses the same technology you saw in the helicopter over here, but in a different way to detect methane. And same characteristics of flight. We're giving methane indications to folks so that they can do the same. Work on reliability and availability of their infrastructure.
One of the incredible things about helicopters is how much a helicopter affects just the global economy that we're in and all the different missions. SkySkopes actually serves such an important mission. It helps reduce wildfire, helps reduce fires within neighborhoods with the methane detection. They're doing really incredible work. And so being on the Sellacopter side and being able to be their go-to partner for aircraft sales and acquisitions, it gives us more purpose and meaning. It makes us super excited. We love working with the SkySkopes and Layson team. Jeff, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Keep doing what you're doing. I know you guys are growing, so looking forward to seeing what you guys do.
Likewise. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great day.